What's up, you guys? It's 3 Stacks, and I wanted to show you my Evilswarm, my current build on the Evilswarms. I've been tweaking it for a long time. I've been tweaking it for over 4 years now. It's always going through changes. I do like it, and it's the best helmet. It's always been the best helmet deck of every format, and especially this format. Ophion's just the answer to all your problems. So I just want to show you guys this current build. The main deck is pretty on point. We're running 3 Xerxion. Now Xerxion, people can debate on whether you run him at 2 or 3, and I do understand that opening with him kind of sucks, but he's the best top deck. This in the entire deck, he's the best card you can top deck. Like just drawing him, and that's the only card in your hand, you can still possibly come back. So I think Kirkion is just pretty powerful at 3. He actually is the best Evilswarm. He's just so versatile. You actually set up cool plays with him because you can go special Mandragora, normal summon Kirkion, Kirkion effect, overlay XYZ, and then normal summon Caster, normal summon again XYZ. And if you have multiple Mandras, you can go Mandra again, Caster, and then just go Bahamut to snatch a monster. So it's just really cool. The place he sets up for you is just, he's so powerful. He's just so powerful. It's ridiculous. So 3 Kirkion or Xerxion. I'm just still kind of trying to figure out how to pronounce his name. And then triple Caster. Caster is just amazing going first. I have had issues sometimes opening with 2 Caster, and it kind of sucks because you want to really just save 1 for each turn, but if it's the only 2 monsters in your hand, you have to make it do what it do. Then triple Mandragora. I run them at 3 because here's the thing. Caster is the best Evilswarm to open up going first, and if you're going second, Mandragora is the best Evilswarm to open up with. So when you're going second, this is your Caster, and when you're going first, you got Caster. So he does help you to make better plays, because you can special him and then normal Caster, Exceed. You can make Castel, Detach, and then normal summon Kirkion, and then make Ophion. So it really does help you to reestablish. So I like him at 3. And the more Evilswarms, the better. And then 3 Heliotrope, just the beater and the rescue rabbit target, and 2 Thunderbird. Thunderbird's very powerful because the monster count is so low that you have to tag out with Thunderbird. That way you have a monster next turn, because you're only going to draw once per turn pretty much. I mean, you're only going to draw 1 monster, so you kind of want to tag out, bring him back on your next turn. You draw into Evilswarm, normal summon it, Exceed. So it really does help. And the 1950 beater is just it's really clutch. Like, you have to tag out with them. That's what he's here for, to maintain your field presence. And finally, just the 1 rescue rabbit. The monster lineup is extremely standard. It's been the same for a very long time. I kind of just go back and forth and running Raised Veil, but I just completely took it out because it's a flip effect, and the format's way too fast now. So triple Super Lance. Now this is your Forbidden Lance on steroids. It's super powerful, it's searchable, and it's strong. If you have Ophion on board and you have this, all you're missing is like a Solemn Strike or anything to negate monster effects, so that your Ophion is safe from all of that. And if they attempt to attack over him, it's really hard unless they have like a light monster and Honest, because naturally, Ophion blocks out all the monsters who are stronger than him, so they try to out him through monster effects and spells and traps. So that's why this is so powerful, and also Solemn Strike is very powerful. So 3 Super Lance, 1 regular Lance. You can never have enough of it. It's completely chainable. We're not worried about Pendulum skills because Ophion exists, and we're not really worried about anything else except for the back row that can really hurt Ophion. So these are much more powerful than Blind Twin Twistering or Blind MSTing. You just wait for them to attempt to, play what they want to play, and then you just chain. The only thing these can't respond to is Solemn Strike, but the thing is, if they had Solemn Strike, they would have used it before you made Ophion to prevent you from making Ophion. And then triple Allure of Darkness. It's kind of just, even though you have such a low monster count, it's just you have to play it because the deck is so slow paced. You really need the draw power. Like, you need it a lot. This is too important, and the fact that it's at 3 just makes this deck a lot more playable. 1 card of Demise. I tested it out at 3, and it just kind of it messed me up sometimes, because then I was just debating whether I make Ophion or play card of Demise just to get more advantage, and I just don't want to always have to make that decision. So I just like the 1 card of Demise. It really does help a lot. Essentially, it's like playing 1 Upstart but a lot better. So I like it a lot. And 1 Rhoda, just because you're running 4 casters now, and Instant Fusion because Ophion. You can make Ophion, Dark Law, and Rafflesia. That's a powerful board. Of course, you're going to make Dark Law first, and then make Ophion, then make Rafflesia. So it's pretty powerful. So Instant Fusion is just, it's super clutch in the deck. And on the final spell is just 1 Mass Change. I was breaking a lot with it. I was running it at 3 first, just because I wanted to see it super fast. But the problem was sometimes I'll draw multiples, and then also late game I was drawing it when I couldn't make it anymore because I already used Dark Law. And then traps. This is the obligatory, the Solemn Brigade. This deck really needs stuff like this because monster effects are naturally the best out that your opponent has to Ophion, because you have Super Lance, so you know they can't really hit them with back row. So this is very important because it just makes your Ophion nearly invincible to protect them from any monster effects. I hardly ever use the Strikes effect to respond to summons because naturally my opponent can only really normal summon or make rank 4s. And if they make the rank 4, I'll let them make it and then I'll strike on the effect. So it's really cool. And then, you know, the warning, it's just pretty standard. So that's it for the Solemn Brigade. And then the Mirror Forces. Triple Quaking and 1 Drowning. The reason why I'm not running more Drownings, I do own 3 copies of it. But I just don't want to wait until my board gets broken just to play it. So I just play 1 just kind of like as a safe case. Just for like a safety, precautive measure, just in case like they actually do out the Ophion. Naturally, it's really hard to out them, and if they do, you've got the follow-up play. And Triple Quaking to keep your board established and also to kind of just clog up their monster zones. In addition to that, double Floodgate. Quaking and Floodgate win games. And then Bottomless, the Infection, because it's searchable and it just keeps that Kirkion in the loop. Naturally, you want to summon Kirkion, use Kirkion, add Kirkion back to hand, use this, return Kirkion to the deck, and add another one. And it pretty much ensures that you always have a Kirkion in deck and access to it. And then Torrential. And also you can use it to search Kirkion, so it's pretty strong. Torrential, and this is for the lockout. You make Master Key Beetle, you use Safe Zone on Key Beetle on Vanities. And then next turn you use Key Beetle on Safe Zone. And then Vanity, Safe Zone, and Key Beetle just pretty much can't be targeted or destroyed, and it's just a powerful lock. That's it for the main deck. And then the extra deck is pretty standard. Dankalaw. 3 of the best rank 4 in the game. He's just too powerful. Ophion just poops on the meta right now. 1 Bahamut, 1 Evil Trish, 1 Nightmare because he's still strong. Ophion and Nightmare is a powerful board as well. Key Beetle for the lock. Rebellion to get over. Rafflesia because she's also part of the lock. You've got 3 cheeseburgers in the main deck for her to eat. Dweller. The Norden. We got Giant Hand because Giant Hand is also part of the lockdown. Like, you can make some pretty cool boards. Excalibur because I opened with Caster too many times, and why not, to have the 4K beater to answer to a lot of stuff. And then Gaga Cowboy for game. So that's pretty much it, you guys. I'm going through a lot of changes with the deck, but honestly, I'm not gonna lie, Evilswarm is very simple and it doesn't take a lot of skill to play it. So basically, all you need to make this deck work is you need to invest in a lot of good traps and some decent spells. Other than that, the entire deck is pretty budget. The only things that would cost you is probably the strikes, the mirror forces. That's pretty much it. So yeah, it's a really easy deck to build, and it's pretty solid. Like, especially for people who can't afford to get, you know, stuff like Pot of Desires, totally awesome, Dimensional Barriers. You know, if they just can't afford that kind of stuff, it's cool because you can still get a deck like this that's super cheap and just invest in some decent traps. And you'll be good. I mean, you can still go a long way with this deck. Me personally, it's like a fan favorite for me because my favorite deck is Constellars. Well, it's Constellars and Satellar Knights are kind of the same. And I like Evilswarms because they're the nemesis of that deck. So it's kind of just like the theme behind it. But I do like the deck a lot. And I do appreciate you guys so much. God bless you. Be safe. And you guys have a wonderful day. I really appreciate you guys.